This is the book of Daniel, chapter 5, verse 25, and it reads, "And this is the writing that was written, many tekel upharsin." Verse 26. This is the interpretation of the thing. Many God had numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Makakudash, Bakatam. Double honor shall go to apostles, elders, and bishops, the great millstone who continue to teach and to rule well. Shalom to the Akims of great millstone and like-minded camps and individuals who continue to teach as one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways, risking their lives for the greater good. And also shalom to the sincere Akwads, who are continuously learning in silence, as the Holy Scriptures have commanded for you to do so. This is Azariah Gabar, representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. All right, so those two scripts that I just read from the book of Daniel, 5, 25, and 26, basically what it's saying is that the writing is on the wall. All right, so this would definitely apply for today's kingdom of Esau, Edom, that the writing is on the wall for him. His time is running out, and he knows this. Don't think for 1 minute that he has no clue. He knows that his time is almost up. All right? So just wanted to give a brief overhaul of that book of Daniel chapter 5. And it tells the story of King Belshazzar, his final night as king, which ends with the fall of Babylon. And during this lavish feast, Belshazzar blasphemously drinks from sacred temple vessels, and his kingdom is subtly overthrown by Yahweh, in which Yahweh sent a mysterious hand to write on the wall a message that Daniel interprets as a divine judgment, because Belshazzar became so afraid and petrified, he didn't know what was going on. So he sent out for Daniel the prophet to interpret the writing on the wall. And so, like I mentioned, it said many tekel upharsin. The message signifies that his kingdom had been numbered, weighed, and is being divided and given to the Medes and Persians. And won't you know, at that same night, the city was captured, Belshazzar was killed, and Darius the Mede takes control. Woo! Real talk. Real talk. And again, it's applying today. Because remember, that was the old Babylon. We're in the new Babylon, modern day Babylon, aka America, all right? So what once was shall surely be again. So when we go to the book of Revelation 18:1, and it reads, "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory." It's lucky, verse 2. And this was a scripture I had recited in a previous video or two, but I had to bring it back up again. And it reads, "And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird." In verse 3, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right? So this is the reason why, like I mentioned, the writing is on the wall for mainly Esau, Edom, and the rest of the heathen nations that followed, like Revelation 18:3 says, followed and committed fornication with her. With her meaning Babylon the Great. And what's going to happen? The beast shall hate the whore, which is starting to happen right now. The beast is definitely starting to show signs that they hate America. Okay? And what's Esau Edom's response to the writing being on the wall? Well, you can go no further than the book of Revelation 12:12, and it reads, Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Ooh, my goodness. And this is, if people don't see this, well, guess what? They are not in the true spirit. All right? Because Esau, he knows his time is just definitely ticking, ticking, ticking. All right? So, this is going to be a very short video for today. But I truly believe that I made my point across of what's taking place here in Babylon the Great. Don't need to remind you guys if you're in the spirit. But if you're not in the spirit, well, I'm going to have to remind you guys that the economy is collapsing. Civil unrest is becoming more and more tenfold out there. You got the government that's becoming a fortress. You can't even get access to the government like you used to. All right? And lastly, you got Russia that's truly coming out with its new nuclear arsenal. Straight up. Russia and China. Because as a matter of fact, come to think of it, there is an illustration that I want to show what I'm talking about. Well, let me see here. Slovakia. Well, for some reason, okay, here it is. Here it is. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So here, talking about China or Moab, this article, it says China unveils Jij Tian drone mothership that can release up to 100 small kamikaze drones. Woo! Yo. You see that? There you go. Look at that mothership. Look at all those little mini drones that this thing can release, up to 100 of them. So if that's not an indicator to you people that the writing is on the wall for Esau, Edom, well, I don't know what is. Y'all heard? So with that, I'm going to conclude this very quick lesson. All praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Akakodash, Brakadam, Kwam Yasharala. Rise Israel. Hopefully someone gets edified from this beautiful lesson for today. And as always, Lord willing, on to the next video. Shalom.